Hello, welcome to Black Friday with Brittany Kennedy. Today is September 18th, 2020, and I am so ready for the weekend. I am ready for sweats, I am ready for white cheddar popcorn and Netflix and just chilling all day. Though I probably won't actually even do that all day on any day this weekend, that's what I'm ready for. So, hope you guys have had a lovely week. Looking forward to this weekend. For those of you guys that are new to Black Friday with Brittany Kennedy, this is a space where I like to talk about socioeconomic issues in the Black community that are too taboo to talk about. I like to talk about them. My thought process is that if we create awareness, we will help create solutions. It'll get the wheels spinning, and we will come up with different things to approach the issues in our community to make our communities better. Right now, it's a very challenging and trying time, and I hope you guys are doing your wellness, making sure you're taking care of yourself, your mind, your spirit, your body. It's very important, especially with everything that's going on between the pandemic, police brutality. All of the issues in our community are so heavy and so much felt, which kind of brings me into today's topic. But first, I want to talk about this amazing Black-owned business called Moon X Cosmetics. Or Moon by Cosmetics, I don't know, but it's Moon X Cosmetics. And this young lady, the CEO, Marie Revere, is all of like 20 years old. And within 8 minutes, she made made $1 million off of her product, which is incredible. Obviously, cosmetics, it's a makeup line, vegan skincare line, actually. And I'm actually really excited to try it out. I want to go. I've been looking for a Black-owned business that I could go and support, and I think she is a phenomenal one. Though I would like to, she's very grassroots, but she's also already made $1 million. And I do tend to like to support a little bit more of the underdogs, but people got where they are for a reason. So her product definitely is going to get tried by moi. I'm always looking for something more skin related, and right now my skin feels like it's just not, I don't know, I don't have the right skincare thing going on. Anywho, I also do tarot readings, so if you want one, drop a comment. I'll also share my Facebook page. It is Tarot Readings by Brittany Kennedy. So if you need insight into your past, present, and or future, comment to me. Not last week, I actually took a week off because I felt like my views were declining, and that was kind of bothering me. It was actually quite discouraging to see my views decline as much as they did. Don't know what's going on there, but it kind of discouraged me a little bit, and I figured I needed to just take a week off and recollect myself and think things through and then get back out there. So, 2 weeks ago, I posted a video called How Does Police Brutality and Racism Affect Mental Health in the Black Community? And I guess this is really why you guys aren't jumping out to have these discussions, because people in the Black community just don't want to talk about mental health. So the moment that I started posting videos about mental health, my views went down. You guys don't want to have that conversation at all, it seems like, even though some of you do. And so some of the feedback I got, I will go here to it. Let's see. Some of the feedback I got was really good. One young lady said, I was just telling my therapist about how tiring it is being Black with everything going on today, and on the internet we see what is shooting or killing every other day now. I'm low-key numb. Another person said, it makes me sick to my stomach. I have a Black son and his life matters. I worry every time my child leaves the house. I have always taught him to be obedient and respectful, but you can do right and these cops will still shoot you down like a dog. I can say this, and I mean every word. I think she means to say, if I was a witness to my son or any of my family getting shot by the police, they would have to shoot me too. I am angry, frustrated, tired, and fed up with all this chaos. Does anyone, and somebody else said, does anyone else feel their spirit ache and shake with so much anger and pain at the thought someone you don't know and have not bothered can step to you and attack or cage you simply because you look different from them? I become so angry and upset I lose my breath. So we are feeling this in the community. I know we are. And I know that, I didn't get as much feedback on these videos as I do on a lot of my other videos, but it's very obvious, very prevalent, that this issue is very prevalent in our community and that we are feeling the effects of it, whether or not it's coming out in anger, rage, anxiety, fear, sadness, all of the other emotions that we can possibly think of. I'm sure we are all feeling them to some degree. And this week I was having a conversation with some colleagues, some people that I'm networking with, and putting this mental health panel together, mental health slash police brutality conversation panel that's going to be coming up very soon, which I'm going to keep you guys posted on that. But while talking to some of these individuals about what's going on in the community and the need for a panel discussion where we can open up to the public and the public can kind of share their thoughts and ideas and experiences about what they feel and in relation to these times. And somebody commented and said that, you know, they're specifically concerned with the elementary school age children and what's going on with them in relation to police brutality and what they're seeing in the media and in society at this point in time. And I've been so focused and fixated on the adults that I kind of forgot about that perspective. And so then I started to think about, are we talking to our children about what's going on? Or are we letting media and their friends kind of dictate how they respond and what they receive from police brutality and racism? Are we really sitting down and having those conversations? And I'm sure many of us are, but what does that entail? Are we sharing, you know, what to do, procedures if you get stopped by the police, how important it is to choose your friends wisely and try to surround yourself with people that are not going to cause attention? Are we really having these hard, cold discussions with our children about the reality of what it means to be Black in America and Black in this world in today's time? And so I want to kind of open up that, you know, here in this video, because I feel like we, you know, I'm sure we are having that conversation, but we really, really need to hone in on that and share with them the aspect of it. And I don't know exactly how we sit down and have those conversations. I know how I would. I know I'm going to raise my son in an environment where he is very conscious and aware of the color of his skin, though I would like to raise him outside of the US so that he is not, he doesn't grow up feeling like his skin color is a detriment to his identity, but rather an empowerment, which is why I want to move back home to Africa. Don't want to stay here. But we do need to have these conversations with our kids, and we need to tap into their psyche and ask them, like, how are you feeling? Do you understand what's going on? I mean, these kids have gone through isolation, you know, not being able to go to school, through the pandemic, staying at home, learning online. Their entire world is kind of changing for Black kids, especially those that grow up in the Black community. I'm sure they are already kind of hip and privy to racism and the police and all this other kind of stuff, but not only do we need to give them that perspective of the reality, but we also need to try to, and I don't even know how to do that, but we also need to have that conversation to where they're not so much in fear that they're holding a lot of anger and rage about it. It's hard not to be angry and have rage about the police, but we cannot really look at them all the same, though it is kind of hard, because how do we know the difference? How do we know if they are racist or not racist? And that's, I think, a whole other separate conversation, but I just want to get the wheel spinning here because I want to make sure that we're having these conversations with our kids. They're very, very impressionable at this moment in time, and I think it is important to sit down and have these conversations about racism, you know, about the difference, the reality of it. We need to start teaching our children Black history. I think a lot of us have woken up and a lot of us are doing that, where I feel like my generation didn't really get that as much when we were younger, at least not to the degree that I think we should have. I think a lot of these issues were kind of just spoken amongst the adults and nobody really wants to talk about it like with the kids. But it's very, very, very important to have these conversations. Teach your kids Black history. Teach them about the pyramids. Teach them about scientist, and there's actually there is another Black business that I have supported recently, and they have flashcards, and they are amazing. It's the Urban something. Oh gosh, my mind is trying to blank. But anyways, let me see if I can find it really quickly. Urban, Black History card. I'm sure it'll come up here. Oh, Urban Intellectual, I think. Yeah, Urban Intellectuals. And they are amazing. I just got my nephew them, and I don't think he was really crazy about them. He's probably like, I want a video game or something like that. But whatever, I don't care. In a few years, he'll probably appreciate that a little bit more. But they have so many different variations of their flashcards with all of the prominent individuals in Black history that we know about, and then the ones that we do not know about. And it is phenomenal. It's a great resource. I suggest you check it out. But yeah, we really need to make sure that we're educating our children in the best way possible. But I also think it is very key and important for us to not get so blindsided into our adult world and what we're going through, and have these conversations with our children and ask them how they're feeling about what's going on, because they hear, I'm sure they've got Facebooks, I'm sure they've got Instagrams, they see a lot of the same things that we're probably seeing, and I think we need to have those conversations about how they are internalizing that. And then for the younger ones who may not have Facebook and all this other stuff, I don't know, maybe they're not hearing as much about it, maybe they're not as aware, but even if they're not aware, it's important for us to have those conversations with them and start talking to them about what it means to be Black in America if we haven't already. I'm sure we are having those conversations, but like I said, tapping a lot more into how they're feeling about it, how they're processing about it, because we're going through a movement right now. So I'm sure in some capacity they have heard, understood, participated in maybe something like that regarding Black Lives Matter. And so relating Black Lives Matter to kids, what is this all about? What does it mean for them? I mean, this is a moment in time that they are going to remember in 10, 20, 30 years like no other. And so we really, really need to have these conversations with them and make sure that we are educating them the best way that we possibly can. So that's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, share, subscribe to this channel, share this channel, share this video, like it. I would love it if you did. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys next week. Please leave some commentary. I love to hear you guys' feedback. I actually thrive off of your feedback. I build upon what you guys share, and that kind of gives me an idea as to what needs to be talked about, or sometimes I just let my spirit guide me, and my spirit tells me exactly, what to put out there. So one or the other, a combination of both.